All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. What are we talking about today? What's going on here? It looks like there's a dimming of the lights here, a little bit of an eclipse going on in here in the cave. Yes, that's what we're talking about today. Hope you're all doing well. So much going on here. I don't even know where to start. I've been trying to figure out how to manage this time of year and this episode and the timing of it and everything, because of course the eclipse is Monday. I will be up in the Adirondack Mountains on Monday, and not a lot of cell service up there, so I don't know if I can post a song on Monday, but I also wanted to do this before because we're talking about a playlist for the eclipse. Also, the timing of this is such that I believe Friday, I'm assuming I'm going to get this out before Friday, but Friday, like let's see, what's today, 6? Is that the 6th? What's the date here? 3, 4, 5, 6? Somewhere around there. Anyway, somewhere around the 5th or 6th, I forgot to look it up, is the anniversary of the Rock Cave, the first episode. So typically, I'd kick off a new season on that date, but we won't be doing that this year. We're going to push that off a little bit. But I thought that this was a perfect topic to end season 4. So that's what we're doing. We're doing this episode. I'm not sure when this is going to post. But we're doing this as the final episode of season 4, and then we're just going to wait to hear from the powers that be, the bigwigs, if we got renewed for season 5. So put your votes in there. Do what you can. So that's the story. That's what's so complicated about this episode, and I don't even know when it's going to post. So that's pretty unusual as well. But I'm hoping Friday or Saturday, because I don't want to put it on before the eclipse. Although I could do it ahead of time and release it on Monday for the eclipse. See, here I am. I'm just thinking out loud on camera, trying to figure it out. Maybe that's my solve. We'll see. All right, so we already spent 3 minutes talking about nothing, the show about nothing. We did, our last episode was Nazareth, I think, Hair of the Dog. That was great. And on YouTube, if you don't go on YouTube, I got some traffic there. And two people pointed out, Frank on Facebook, Frank Sassano, and then another guy that just a random guy pointed out a song on that album that I had not heard before, and I started playing it, and it's amazing. And that's what I love about the Rock Cave, is I get to share my music with you, things that I love that maybe you've never heard. But I certainly have had people come back to me with music I never heard and appreciate. So that's what I love about this relationship that we are in a relationship. All right, cut to it. What are we talking about? We're talking about the eclipse. And there are plenty of articles about songs that you could play for the eclipse. And this is interactive. You're going to post below your thoughts. And I thought about this for days, maybe even a couple of weeks. So what's your playlist for the eclipse? Let's get the two obvious ones out of the way. Total Eclipse of the Heart, Bonnie Tyler. Obviously number 1 on everybody's list. You got to listen to the album version because that has a whole extra refrain in it. And that's just an amazing song. So good. And we already went over that with the relationship with Jim Steinman and Air Supply. If you haven't seen that, check that out. And then also the album, Dark Side of the Moon, of course. I mean, this is perfect, right? The song Eclipse, Brain Damage Eclipse, The Great Gig in the Sky. That's awesome. And so, of course, those are your two heavy hitters. But we would be remiss if we didn't mention Pink Floyd's Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun. Some of their earlier work. That one's good. All right, in no particular order, we got all kinds of genres here. We got some maybe a little deeper cuts than others. But what do we got? We got Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. That's version with George Michael and Elton John. Black Hole Sun, of course. Soundgarden. Moon Shadow, Cat Stevens. That's a good one. King of Pain, even though it's not the title, I mean, they got that line in there. There's a black spot on the sun today, the same old spot, that thing. Ain't No Sunshine, Bill Withers. We got 60s music in here, 70s, 80s, the 2000s, 90s, I think. That's a good one. That's awesome. Cheap Sunglasses, ZZ Top. There you go. That's a good one. Bark at the Moon. If you do anything with moon or sun in it, I mean, we could be here for days, right? So I'm picking out some of my favorites, but Cheap Sunglasses certainly appropriate. Could you do I wear sunglasses at night, or Sunglasses at Night from Corey Hart? Maybe. Sure. Why not? Dancing in the Moonlight. Remember that song? That's a good one. Paint It Black, The Stones. Black Star by David Bowie. The Killing Moon, Echo and the Bunnymen. Dark Star by Grateful Dead. Blinded by the Light, Manfred Mann. Moondance, of course, Van Morrison. How about Steal My Sunshine? There's the one for you by Len. Is that Len? Yeah, I think so. We could go disco. I know we got a disco ball over here in the cave. I don't think anyone's seen that, but a little bit Shadow Dancing with Andy Gibb. That's actually a good one. One of my personal favorites, Waiting for the Sun by The Doors. That one does not get played enough. That's pretty much near the top for me. That's up there for me, Waiting for the Sun. That is a good one. That might be a Wanderlust Wednesday song, if you don't know that one, but that's been a favorite of mine for a long time. What else you got? I mean, I just threw a lot at you, and we're at 7 minutes, but that's a pretty good playlist. There's more out there. I want you to add. What didn't I add on there? Throw some stuff below. I want to hear from you guys on this last episode of season 4 with an Eclipse. Yeah, I like my list. What do you guys got? So again, the Eclipse, season 4 ending. Season 5, is it coming? Of course it is. But we'll wait and see for when that will be released. So whatever you're doing, I hope it involves music, and your Eclipse playlist is all set. Just play these songs and then tell me what you got below. It's been a great season 4. Thanks for hanging there with me. Enjoy it. And as usual, I'll catch you on the dark side.
There is no dark side in the moon, really. Matter of fact, it's all dark.